Off tape is the off tape.
Yeah, what up, people? My people. It's your boy Jeff the Roller. Welcome to the Off Tape Show. This is a new introductory that I'm about to do now because we're about to introduce the Off Tape top 10 news and around the music industry globally, locally, and this particular show, it's about music, entertainment, and lifestyle, and we're about to also educate our listeners and educate our viewers also to which are the upcoming artists and industry personnel as well, to well position, in the industry about things that are coming, that's so lost that's going on in the music scene right now. And if you're not really, informed, you don't really know how to position, because a lot of music and distribution have changed right now. A lot of other things, tech is coming into music, and so lot of stuff. So that's why I decided to make this top 10 news from the Off Tape Show, so that to empower mostly upcoming artists and also industry personnel, like I've said. So we're going to be reviewing the top 10 news around the music scene. There's so lot of news to talk about, but I just centered around 10 that I think can be beneficial to to my audience, and also to beneficial to the artists out there. So we start with number 1 in the music news right now globally. Simon Cowell teams up with TikTok Universal Music Group to launch music making online talent show. Simon is the owner of the X Factor, in the UK, for where people come to do show talents. I know you've watched all their shows likened to the West American Idol and stuff and all of that. But for the first time, they want to introduce something new. They're partnering, with TikTok. They are teaming up also with Universal Records, that you can to do a competition where you can make music on stage. You can create your own sound. Everything will be original on stage. Like, the studio is there. It's really going to be really interesting. It's not like you're coming to mime someone's song. You're creating your own originally on stage. And if you win, obviously that's why they're partnering with Universal giants like Universal Music. So you get signed, you have a deal, automatically. So I think it's a wonderful innovation, because we are in the age of technology right now, and most of our music are being created by apps, all these technology apps and stuff and all of that. So I think, and to make music right now, you can literally make music with your phone, from the beat to the snare to the instruments and all. So I think infusing that to a competition will not be bad, because a lot of music right now that is being made, a lot of them are made from phones. A lot of editing right now, you can make it from phones. So the world is changing. So I think Simon has always been innovative. He has always been creative. So I think this is a nice one for the music scene. So that's for my news number 1. And for number 2, news on movies. Say, after a challenge Netflix has been facing, Netflix beats expectation to have 2.4 million subs. You can imagine that. I remember they were struggling. They lost about 100,000 subscribers to Netflix last year, early this year, that they were struggling with. They just added 2.4 million, and what that means is, like in Africa, Nigeria, we're just added to the list of countries that can Nollywood, to be precise, that can send music and movies. I beg your pardon, to Netflix, and most of our movies have been on Netflix. So this is actually good news for content makers, film makers, and producers as well, because as their base keep increasing, the payout obviously will be much, because 2.4 million is no big deal. It's actually a great addition to the company, and I think all their stakeholders will be happy too about this. And I think this news is also for the Nollywood and the movie creators in Nigeria and in Africa and also in the world. Just position yourself right. So now if you're making movies to Netflix, it's going to be worth something, because this is a good step and it's a good sign that more people is going to subscribe to Netflix, and your content is going to be paid and valued more. Because if they keep getting more subscriptions and more subscribers, and people are more in the platform, then they are going to be paying out more to filmmakers and producers and stuff and all of that. So I think that's a good one. And my news for number 3 is around games. Games, tech, but it's still connected to music too. As Microsoft giant is about to offer $6.8 billion in acquisition of Activision, they want to buy out Activision. Activision is a game giant. Activision are the owners of the Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, Call of Duty, and Candy Crush. Call of Duty, Candy Crush, Warcraft. These are all big games that a lot of people play over the world, all around the world. And Microsoft is about to buy that. And I think I just also heard that there's an artificial intelligence from a company in South Korea that this company, Activism, bought. You know that you can actually use an AI, an artificial intelligence, to generate original voice. Like you can use your own voice and generate the sentence you want. So one of the reasons why Microsoft is actually trying to buy off Activision is actually because of the gaming industry right now, which is valued at $150 billion annually. So it's a big business, and I think Microsoft too, Bill Gates and Microsoft, they want to come up in the ranking too as well right now, because the Elon Musk case and all has been on the top for some time now. So I think this deal is quite a good deal, and where it comes into music is because they're about to integrate music, because Activision has already invested in music tech. They are building something about music that's going to be integrating real life music production in your game. So if you're playing real life games in Warcraft or in Candy Crush, you can actually create your own sound, your own voice, your own music, as you're playing. So you don't necessarily need to use the sound of the game. You create your own in real time. So I think this is a win-win for the music industry. And I think Kanye West created something like this, where you can create your own sound originally, I think, and they say that was where TikTok actually got the idea from, where from your beats, everything from the app, you can create it. So I think that is where the music is going to right now, the integration of music and tech. So that's my news for number 3. So number 4 is why the music industry is headed for a tussle with TikTok over royalties. TikTok made over $800 million in a short while in this year, and over 84% of Americans right now are on TikTok. In fact, there's a drop and a decline in music streaming on other platforms compared to TikTok right now, because fans can find their music on TikTok. Fans can get all what they want on TikTok. So the music industry right now cannot really, the artists right now cannot really monetize TikTok. I think that's why the challenge is so giant right now. That's why they're heading for a tussle right now, because TikTok is getting so huge that they can have their own record label, and the money that they are amassing in a short while is so much. From when they launched till now, they have been sowing, taking the markets, and the music creators need to find a way of getting some of this revenue, some of these shares. I think that's where the tussle is, because the money is so much, and the music from the creators are actually what is used to make these content videos on YouTube, so I beg your pardon, on TikTok. And like the CEO of Universal Records was saying that YouTube and MTV, that was how they were not able to track what we were making. But now about $5 billion have been paid out to musicians globally from YouTube, because of tracking what it is. Like I said, but TikTok, like they're saying, the tussle is because they can't really track, where artists are going to get revenue much from that streaming numbers. So I think it will be settled, because artists need to be paid more for their contents, because without music, a lot of these contents will not be made. From skit makers to movies, you need music and all of this, integrating it to bring out the quality that you want. So I think TikTok, there has to be an understanding with the music industry, so that there'll be some benefit, some kind of benefits to the creators of this music. So I'll go to number 5, my news number 5, 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz, you see I'm wearing a lot of chains. 2 Chainz to host the weekly Amazon Music live concert series on Prime Video, the Amazon Live TV on Prime. So 2 Chainz is going to be hosting live streaming. So I think the artists that are going to be launching this are Lil Baby, Megan Thee Stallion, for the first time. So it's going to be kicking off very soon on Amazon Live Prime from Los Angeles, and they are going to be 2 Chainz are going to be streaming live singles. If you're dropping any singles, I think it's a good platform for African American artists, and for hip hop, and for every genre of music too as well. And I'm so delighted that it's 2 Chainz, and I think with time our artists like Burna Boy, Wizkid, and my humble self too will be on that show too. So well done to 2 Chainz. It's another win for music. It's another good platform for music, because Amazon is actually quite huge right now in distribution. So I think it's a huge one for for the music industry. And my news for number 6, Spotify raising a $20 a month platinum tier that includes hi-fi audio. They want to be integrating a high-tech audio, Spotify, because compared to Apple Music and Tidal and every other platform, they have this, this CD quality sound, like what Beat by Dre is doing. That quality sound. So Spotify is, I think, is a way they are worried about their sound quality. So I think they're investing in a technology that's going to, increase the the hi-fi audio sound integration. So they are going to be increasing their subscription. I think it was 19.9 some dollars a month. I think they're going to be taking it out to $20. It's still a challenge right now in the industry. A lot of people have pulled out of Spotify because of this, and Spotify is giving an 30 days ultimatum for some of them to come back, because some people are thinking this might not really work. It's too high. Subscribers are going to be going off the system because of the $20 is high, because of the inflation rates right now in the world. But I think with what they want to achieve, it's not just listening to music, but quality music matters too. So I think with what they're investing on, that's why they want to step it on. So let's see how that works, but most of that feature basically. So I think the news says reports about Spotify's plans to launch new hi-fi audio listening on its platform come over 18 months after Spotify first announced that it will be launching a high-quality music streaming on its platform. In February 2021, Spotify said that hi-fi audio is consistently one of the most requested new features by our users. So it's based on research, it's based on what people want, it's what they're developing. And Spotify also announced the service of its stream on events, with the announcements featuring Billie Eilish and other finest artists. And Spotify is introducing this, to revolutionize music, because I think they have one of the biggest music database right now in the world. So, that's the news for number 6 today. And number 7, the news for number 7 is the first entertainment streaming app to pay both fans and music. It's called Musific. It's musific.com. You can go to Play Store right now. It's there. You can download the app. The CEO is Rugged Man, aka Ruggedy Baba, and I'm also humbled to say it's a company that is about to revolutionize music right now, because it's all about giving back to the fans and Nigeria, most importantly, because we're streaming this music, and for long most of us don't have anything apart from our data and the fun and excitement that we have. But for the first time, Musific is going to be paying our fans and going to pay artists. So if you're an artist right there, just go upload your songs, your EP, and people start streaming it, and you start earning money, and we pay out, because it's also part of my company, so I have a stake in it too. So we pay out faster than Spotify. Spotify takes 3 months and other platforms to pay, but in less than a month you get paid in musific.com. So the link is below, so you can go check it out. And also, you as the fans, when you stream songs and you play any video, you acquire what we call the music coins. And from the music coins, after some time, you can convert it to cash. You can use it to buy merch from the artist. So lot. So Musific is the future, where fans and artists, are going to make money at the same time. How cool is that? So it's a win-win for everybody. It's a revolution for the music industry right now, and we're so glad to have it, being here from Nigeria. We're taking it around the world. So that's the news for number 7. And number 8, Burna Boy, Dams, CK, and Fireboy nominated for the 2000 Soul Train Music Award. This award is one of the greatest awards I also grew up listening to. I remember Twista and the Soul Train Award with the flips and all, and I remember Kanye and stuff when I was growing up. Basically we used to rate the Soul Train because it revolves around also the African American community in America. So we in Africa, students of hip hop always relate to Soul Train and the BET Awards and stuff and all of that. So it's so gladdens my heart to see that from Africa and Nigeria we're also being nominated to major categories. And for best new artists we have CK, we have Coco Jones, we have Dixon, we have Doechele, we have Fireboy, DML, we have Money Long, we have Steve Lacy, and we have Thames. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great, and it's going to be a fantastic award this year. So congratulations to Afrobeats, congratulations to all the nominated artists, and we're so proud, and we're celebrating you now also from the Off Tape Show. And for my number 9, news at 9, entertainment news, Davido and Puma launched an Africanized clothing collection. I saw it on his page. It's more like an African fabric. I thought about this long ago with a friend. I said, we could do Ankara and stuff and all that in Jay-Z's, and we can sign with Puma. I said this years ago. You see, sometimes when you don't run with these ideas, it just goes. And I'm so glad that I thought about this, before the corona struck, and I'm seeing David, doing it today. And I saw the gears, with Puma, with our African fabrics and stuff in it, and it's so lovely. So you can check it out, and that's huge for, Nigerian music and African music right now to be endorsed with a big brand, like Puma, that's doing great right now in the world. And forever. I used to have Puma boots while I was growing as a kid, so they've been around, and so it's so exciting to see our artists working and partnering with them with new collections and stuff. And for my last news, for number 10, is the NSAS 2020. That we all were there. I was there myself. And may the soul of all the ones that went down that day in the Lekki toll gates rest in peace, because we're all there. And I also want to use this medium to also send my condolences to the family, to the affected family. And we are in this, and we keep going. And MC Macaroni and Fowles the Bad Guy this year, 2022 October, they were there. I wasn't there, but they were there, and I was there with Fowles. We did a long walk, the long time, the other time, for the NSAS movement. So that's my news at 10. 10 to wrap up the 10 news today. So I like the fact that artists are also involved in activism, not just only music alone, and also try to use their platform and their celebrity status, to change the status quo in the society and also affect lives of people. I think that's the essence of getting there in the first place. That's what I think about. And I'm talking about using your platform to reach out to people. The Off Tape show, we just reached out to a lot of people in Bayelsa State. That's where I'm from, Bayelsa State. Devastating flood. They're swiping everywhere right now. My town is underwater right now. We have 8 local governments in Bayelsa State. 6 is underwater right now. So that's to tell you how serious this is. And from our own little, contribution from the Off Tape show, we've been able to, support, some people. We're giving out. We're supposed to give 5,000, but we're giving out 2,000 now to about 25 people. We've already given out 20 already. Today we are going to still give out to more. And this is phase 1. I think as God keep blessing me, I think I'll be giving out from our show, the Off Tape show. So if you want to partner with us, you can maybe send me a message that you want to partner. This is what you want to give to support. Because I have DMs. People keep sending me messages because I've started giving. So it's so much for me now. But I can only do with my own capacity, So I want to sympathize with my brothers in Bayelsa State and also other parts, Kogi, Anambra, Enugu, and other places that these floods have affected. These too shall pass, and I pray that the federal government learn and take a clue from what has happened. It happened in 2012 and it has happened again, and we need to create dams, we need to dredge our waters, because our waters are not deep anymore, like those rivers we used to grow up with and our fathers, sands, and are taking up all our rivers. So they need to dredge all our rivers to be more deep, to contain these gallons and millions of water, and also build more dams, to be able to regulate this for it not to happen again. Because now there's going to be shortage of food, because most of our farmlands have been soaked now. So next year is going to be challenging, but thank God this is one of those challenges. Even in the Bible, there was time for famine that God brought Joseph. So I think I'm obedient. So I think if we are all obedient coming on the next election, then God is going to help us, because without obedience, obedience is better than sacrifice. So for you to keep sacrificing lives that have been going up like this, to be obedient, so that's what I have to say. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the Off Tape Top 10 News today. It's your boy Jeff the Roller. I'm so excited myself to have dished out this. So watch out for the next episode that I'm going to be dropping next news. What's going to be happening next in the music scene, from tech, from film, and you can never tell. And the next episode of the Off Tape show, the next legend we're going to be having, is going to be dropping also real soon. So thank you for sticking around. See you later. Bye. Peace.
You can see her on the river and she's moving, pulling. You can see she's paddling and she's moving. The flood is taking all of us. You can victim.
Close victim, oh. It was she help me.
We enter flood for Ahuda. Hey, so by your side, no easy. One go where they take carry goods. Now woman be enter from Imbiama to Ahuda and to Port Harcourt. Hey, flood.
To the Off Tape Show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel now and turn on your notification.